Hi, I'm Mike Liddell, and I am here with two other activists, and our first activist is holding the camera for us, Mike Lillier, and our senior activist is Cheryl Jensen, and she has the most experience of all of us combined here. She's been working on activism since her whole life, and since the 70s, where she was a lobbyist for women's rights and integral in getting women's rights in our California Constitution. So I think you guys want to pay attention when we have this kind of quality of information coming in. What we want to do today is cover some of the basics, get you a look at our petition, cover some of the stuff, have a conversation about how it gets filled out, and from there we just want to get you guys oriented a little bit before you start collecting petition signatures for us. What we have is our title: Initiative, Referendum, and Recall Petitions. Electronic signature gathering, which is what we're after here. We want this petition to be taken care of with electronic signatures, and this whole process is an initiative statute. This next section is the summary of our whole proposal. The rest of the proposal here is all the directives from the Office of Legislative Counsel, who wrote the proposal for us. And you can read all the details. There's nothing more, nothing less. It's all here. So when we start with a petition, there's a couple of other components, and this is where I'm going to pass it off to Cheryl and let her help discuss and cover the difference.
This petition allows people to get this on the ballot and make it possible for their signature to be counted, done online. And so it's very simple, a very simple thing that we're asking people to do. Sign the petition so it will go on the November ballot. When you have your petition, you're going to talk to the people that come your way. No matter where you are, you're going to say, are you a registered voter in California? Are you a registered voter in the county that you're living in? And if they say yes, then say, would you like to be able to sign a petition online to get a measure on the ballot? And if they say yes, then make sure that they sign it just exactly as it's set forth here, with the printed name first. Make sure that a middle initial is in there if they're registered to vote with their middle initial, and then sign it also with their middle initial. Make sure that their residence that they're registered to vote at is listed on the petition, and they make sure that they sign it in such a way that you can actually read it.
So what's this top space up here for?
The top space is to put the county in that you're registered to vote in and they're registered to vote in. So you can only get signatures from a single county on a single petition. And the county that you're living in as a circulator is the county that you have to use for that. So you fill it in the top space, and then make sure that people are registered to vote in that county.
So it's real important, I think, at this point to realize that we are not going to have any paid petition circulators. Everybody's a volunteer.
Yes.
And everybody has the right to ask you if you are, in fact, a paid petition circulator. And the answer is, for all of us,
this is a totally volunteer effort, totally funded by volunteers, totally worked on by volunteers, and we'll want to make sure that people realize that it is a volunteer effort. It's democracy at work.
Wonderful. So, okay, so we fill in our county name and we get that first signature. So what about these other spaces? We have a blank space over here. So it says this space for...
Now, it's for official use here. This means the registrar of voters will indicate here whether or not they have added that signature to the list of people signing.
So a lot of times people will worry if they overlap or write into that space a little bit. That's not super critical. We definitely want to keep this space clear. But when you go to the other side, we have a space on the left side as well. That space over there, a real good idea is if somebody writes their name and signs, and then what we want to do is ask them for the spelling, and we can write the spelling in that space over there to make sure that our voter registration department actually knows who that person is that they're looking up. And if somebody else wanted to register a person to vote, you could actually take the voter registration number off of the card during that moment you would register them. We don't really want to spend our time registering a lot of people to vote here. We're mostly after getting signatures from people that are already registered. So we get how many? We got 10 signatures. We want to make sure that we stay going from number in order as best we can from 1 through 10, and then we would flip to the next page. What do we have on the next page?
The next page is a continuation of signatures. And in total, this one petition will let you have 18 signatures. If you should happen to fill that petition, make sure that you're in contact with your local lead person and get another petition if you don't already have them, so that you can continue to gather signatures. We have a full 6 months, or almost a full 6 months, to get these signatures, so you'll want to have a petition with you at all times, because you'll meet people that like this idea. And the other thing is, when you're circulating petitions, you should have several clipboards and several petitions, so that people that come as a group or people that come all at once, you can spread out the petitions and let everybody sign. Also, have a petition with you that is not on a clipboard, and offer to let people read that petition, so that this is an open process and they should have the right to read it. But if they're using your clipboard petition to read it, then you might miss some other people that are there and not willing to wait to read. Now, each one of your clipboards should have an attached pen, so that you'll always have a pen, and it'll be very handy. You should have a couple extra pens in your pocket in case one falls off your string, or in case your ink runs out. Now, there are a few points about this. We want to make sure that you realize that double signatures have very important penalties. So you want to make sure that people have not signed this petition twice. And so ask them, did you sign this in another setting, or are you signing twice? And if they say yes, you make sure that you don't let them sign the petition again. If you have a mistake on one of the lines of the petition, a single line, a single diagonal line is fine. And so don't let them scribble on the petition.
So one line right through the center of a name,
right through the center,
makes that signature void.
Right. And now we're going to ask Mike to sign here.
So let's go ahead and back to number 1, because that's the beginning. And which county are you in?
Santa Cruz.
So put Santa Cruz in this line.
So we starting on number 1?
We'll put Santa Cruz County. Oh, we need to start on number 1.
So in this case, it's going to be important to know, because Mike's going to be circulating petitions as well. So Mike's actually going to sign his own petition to start. And he's going to keep this particular petition, and he's going to continue on. So a circulator, you can sign your own petition, and you're going to also sign the circulator's affidavit at the bottom as well. So you'll have 2 signatures on your own petition, or if you sign somebody else's petition, don't sign your own again. That would be a double signature.
Yes.
Okay, so we would do what? We got the county in there, Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz.
Okay.
Print the name, full registered name.
Okay.
With the middle initial.
Okay. And then the next space is?
The residence, your official.
Right to the right of that? Okay.
Where you're registered to vote at.
Okay.
And then next would be you would sign it.
And we're signing it with...
Same as the way it's printed. First, middle initial, last name.
So with your legal name, like on your driver's license.
Like on your driver's license. The next would be the city, spelled out. And last thing would be the zip code.
Okay, excellent. So, and if we went to the back, let's just say we got all the way through and we've all the way down to our last number 18. So let's go to the back side and fill out that. What would we do at this point? We have the county again space to fill in, yes?
County space.
Yes, yes.
At the top.
Now, any particular county, it has to be the same one, right?
Same county front and back.
Okay, has to be. That's critical that we
Keep
have
going
the same
down
county.
Till we're full. Once we're full, we'd...
Well, what we would do at the beginning is when we got that very first signature, we want to put in the circulating date. So today is April 9th. So this is the date that we started circulating. Now at this point, I'm going to hold off until I actually get this filled out. And once it's finished being filled out, the circulator can finish putting in the rest of print their name, their city, address, and then they're going to put the date that they finished collecting signatures, right? Mm-hmm. And then you may put this down, but you want to sign this and date it wherever you're standing. The place of signing is going to be the county you're standing in. To finish off a petition, simply sign your full legal name with your middle initial and put the petition in a safe place when you're all through. So we had we talked about a couple of nice simple talking points earlier. Could you share some of those with us?
Yes. We have a simple idea. It's to expand democracy by allowing you to sign initiative petitions, referendum petitions, and recall petitions online. This makes a lot of sense. I can buy a house online and sign all the documents online. People can go online and sign all kinds of official documents, including their taxes. Now we want to be able to sign initiative petitions online. And so that's what you want to convey. You say, I'm gathering signatures that would make it possible to sign petitions online. Would you like to sign? Or you could say, would you like to improve the way democracy works by signing petitions online? Or you could say, would you be able to sign initiative petitions online? Would you like to be able to sign initiative petitions online? And if they say yes, that's it. That's a simple message.
Very nice. Okay, so what I would like to finish with, thank you, Cheryl, for taking this time and helping us understand this wonderful information for volunteers to get their feet wet, because many people, they just don't get the opportunity to do this stuff on a regular basis. So having somebody that has years of experience is very appreciated, very valuable insight. The other thing that we need to know is that we're all connected to a website. It's www.CIRRRAOF2016.com. That's not our only link. You can also get to us by saying votersorganizedtoengage.org. If you pick us up either way, you can get to our website. You can tell anybody that you're out there circulating with our website. They can see all the information here. They can make a good informed decision as to what they're doing from our website as well. If they need credibility, they can go on to the Attorney General's website. They can see our fiscal impact report, the entire body of the report. They can see all the parts and pieces right at our Secretary of State's site. And that's where we want to be able to go and sign in the future as well. So from our website, you'll also be able to link up with all of our county Facebook groups, all of the social media groups, and participate with your team in your county and have a place where you can communicate with all of us. We're all here to support each other and make this thing happen.
One of the most satisfying things you can do is to work to establish a good law and to meet people in the field. It is really fun to meet the people in the field while you're working on a good law. And then to get it implemented is really fun.